Hi everyone, I'm Earnest and I'm going to take you through project management, the concept of project management. Specifically, I'll tackle the methodology, then I'll talk about the tools that we use in project management, then I'll tackle something small about documentation, and I'll start with the overview of project management. I'll take you through the overview, the definition, the history, and methodologies, tools, and then the documentation as a technique that we use in project management. Yes, enjoy that video. First of all, I will start with project management itself. What is project management? What is a project? Before we go to project management, we have to first understand what is a project. And after understanding a project, it gives us the light, it casts for us a light on project management. Then that's when we shall move to what we use in project management, the methodologies, and more other things. So what is a project? A project is a singular but non-routine event with precise objectives which must be achieved within a set time frame. When we talk about a project, we are saying that it is a singular but non-routine event. This is an event that you see, it is one event, but then it is not non-routine. What does it mean to be non-routine? It means maybe you're not doing it every time, but it has set objectives. It has precise objectives which must be achieved within a set time frame, which means you cannot do a project without objectives. You need to have objectives for you to do a project, for it to be a successful project. Then we are saying that projects are broken into a set of activities designed to fulfill the stated objectives. Yes, you have set your objectives. You have said, I'll accomplish my project within this time. Break it down. I have to break it down and say, if you're saying that you're doing it within 10 months, within the first month I'm doing this, within the second month I'm doing this, within the first week of the month I'm doing this. That is what it means to break down the project into different time frames. Then we have examples of projects. There is building a house. Yes, we said it is a singular but non-routine event. So building a house, when you're building a house, you lay the foundation. After laying the foundation, you put the first brick, that is how we are breaking it. Then holding an event like a party, doing a school assignment, like I should give you an example. Currently I'm working on a students attendance management system. The system that can take attendances of students at Muni University, where I'm studying from, obviously, and that is also an example of a project. It is a school assignment. It was given to me as an assignment, but then it is a complete project. Then it has a team. We have a team. As in projects, we have teams, which is led by a project manager. Actually, I happen to be the project team for that team of mine that we are doing together, that system. And then you break down the activities, you break down the objectives, you come up with a complete project. Then what is deep in the concept of project management? We are saying that project management requires the organization of people. I've talked about something like project team. So that is the organization of people. You can look at it in form of a company or an organization, but then there is a project team, there are stakeholders, equipment and procedures in an appropriate way to get the project completed within the set time frame and within the budget. In projects, we have something called budget. You cannot just start a project and then you're not having a budget. But when you're having that budget, it guides you in how you shall complete that project. And a successful project is that project that is done within the set budget. If you have planned for 1 million, you should not again go for 2 million. Yes, you can have the deficit of 200,000 but then it should not be too much. That is the concept of project management. Then from there, yes, what do we consider when planning a project? First of all, I've talked about objectives. You cannot start a project without objectives. I've talked about budget, that is to do with cost. Then here I'm having that it is important to consider the following when planning a particular project. Those examples of projects that I gave, when you're planning those projects, you have to consider these things: purpose and aim of the project. What is the purpose? In everything we always consider purpose. If you don't have purpose in everything, be it education, be it what, if there is no purpose, you cannot come up with a successful thing. So we are saying that when you're planning a project, have purpose and aim. That is where you set the objectives, you set the time frame for that project. Then resources available. What do I have? Which people are supposed to be there? Do I have the required softwares? Do I have the required hardware? Do I have the required data? That is what we mean by resources available, both human and developers and clients, as well as the material resources. Then costs, human and time constraints. It is important to have a clear and achievable budget. This one I've been singing it, I think, from the beginning. Within the set time frame, yes, you have the clear budget, but then is it achievable within the set time frame? Then the tasks, procedures, and activities required to complete the project. The tasks, procedures, and activities required to complete the project. I've talked about in the first week you're doing this, in the second week you're doing this. You're working on the back end, you're working on the front end. If it is building, we have talked about laying the foundation. We have talked about putting the first brick, you put iron sheets at the end, such things. Yes. So let me take us through the project management history. How did it come to existence? Project management history. I think just of recent I was watching a video of Elon Musk on YouTube, and he said that people of Egypt have lied us for more than 500 years, 500 or 5,500 years, about their pyramids, their beautiful pyramids, the great pyramids of Egypt, that they have lied us that those things are natural, yet they just created them. So that is where project management started from. Those people use the concept of project management to create or to construct those great pyramids in Egypt. You can check out for them. Then the modern project management tools were, however, not developed until the early 1900s. However much these people use project management, but they never had the modern project management tools. Say the Gantt chart, the CPM, the Gantt chart. Those people never had such things. But then those things came up in the 1900s, and we started with the creation of a Gantt chart. Then from there, in 1950s, the CPM came up, the program evaluation and review technique, that is a Gantt chart, came up. And those are the three tools that we use in documenting and managing the progress of projects. Then just a minute. Yes, project management methodology. Project management methodology. Project management methodology. These are the methods or the procedures, I should call them step-by-step procedures that we follow to come up with a complete project. The first one is investigation. Yes, this is, you take it in a way of research. When you're doing research, the first thing that you do, you have to come up with a research program or a research topic. It is the same thing with project management. Investigation, once a project is defined, after you have set your research question or your research topic or your project, you have defined your project, you have said, I want to do a student's attendance management system. You first go, you have to go on and do research in order to determine whether or not that project is worthwhile pursuing. Should I continue with it? Do I have every requirement that I need? Do I have all the requirements that I need for the project to be complete? Yes, that is to do with investigation. And the importance of investigation is to provide the project team or the project manager with outline of the project. It involves the initial commissioning of the project, the identification of the initial aim and goals, investigation into the possible ways the project could be completed, and is undertaken by top level management or strategic planners. This is the first thing that you have to do. You have said, I want to start this project, I want to build my house. You have to look at the initial commissioning of the project. You identify the initial aims and goals. What is the purpose within that thing? Then you do investigation into the possible ways the project can be done, because you have to complete it within the shortest period of time. You understand? So you do that investigation, you undertake, it is undertaken by top level management or strategic planners. Yes, we have in the project team, we have project managers, project sponsors. Yes, a project manager most especially does this with the stakeholders. Then we have planning and design. After investigation, we do planning and we design an architecture for the project. The aim for this step is to ensure that the objectives and aims will be met within the set time and budgetary constraints. It is an important phase because this is the foundation of all other phases. All other phases will be successful if you are successful in the planning and the design stage. Yes, during this phase we define the exact purpose of the project. We break the project into tasks and activities, defining the purpose of each. We estimate the shortest and longest possible time required. We identify the milestones. Milestones are like the time frames. For how long should we do this? For how long should we do this? We mark the time. Yes. Then we determine the sequence of activities and then the deliverables. This is the outcome or the output of this stage, of this phase. And most especially it is a Gantt chart or a project plan. A project plan, most obvious, project plan, Gantt chart, or a path diagram, or even a CPM can come at this point, or the network design. A CPM is the same as a network diagram. Then from planning and design, we come to production. Yes, you have planned, you have designed an architecture. So this is the step where you have to implement what you have planned. You implement it, or this is where you're coming up with the complete project and even handing it over to the client if necessary. Yes, this is where there is full implementation and handover of the project to the client. It involves providing the resources and complementing the activities, monitoring, controlling, and recording the progress of the project on a Gantt chart. A Gantt chart, I'll talk about them in the next slides, comparing current progress to the planned schedule, updating and redefining the schedule as required, monitoring resource use to ensure no budgetary blowout, ensuring milestones and overall goals that they should be met. Then from you have investigated, you have done the planning and the designing, then you have now produced the project, evaluation and monitoring. This is the final stage, I should say. And this one involves you handing over here it is after you have even handed over the project to the client. So we are saying that once the project is transferred or handed over to the client, the project team is decommissioned, or it is reassigned new tasks or placed into new project teams. Yes, though some members can remain on with that project just to help the client keep supporting them and monitoring the implementation of the system, because remember, some clients have not known this system maybe, and then you have to be there to monitor them and support the use of the project of the project or of the system. So it is at this point that the management will assess the success of the project based on the elements of efficiency, effectiveness, that is quality. Did you do the best quality that I expected? Did you was it in line with the budget, that is to do with cost? Time, did you really use the shortest time possible? Accuracy, is it accurate? Relevance, is it relevant to the objectives? Completeness and etc. Then project management tools. We are from the project methodology of phases. So now project management tools. What do we use to do our project management? First of all, we have a project plan. Yes, this is constructed within the planning phase. We have already talked about the phases, and it contains all the activities. We should bear in mind that it contains all the activities and milestones of the project. This is a project plan, and it helps to ensure projects are completed on time, within the budget, and to required standard. It facilitates effective communication between all members of the project team and helps identify potential risks and issues at an early stage. Then a Gantt chart. I know people converse at me the project plan, that's why I have not talked about it so much. But a Gantt chart, what is a Gantt chart? This one we should bear in mind that it displays or it displays tasks and costs along a horizontal time scale, much as a calendar. It is in a form of a calendar, like from this period to this period I'm doing this, from this period to this period I'm doing this. That is the most, and that is the advantage or the purpose of the Gantt chart. It can be done in parallel or sequentially, and it shows this clearly. Yes, that is a Gantt chart. I will talk about them in details. Then a Gantt diagram or a network diagram. We call it a network diagram because it shows the relationships between activities. That is how it differs from the Gantt chart. A Gantt chart, it is like a calendar. From this time I'm doing this, from this time I'm doing this, but you're not showing the relationship between this and this. But then a Gantt chart, it goes ahead and shows us the relationships between the tasks rather than the progress of the tasks as the Gantt chart does. Yes, and this one it displays activities in form of a graphical form. In a graphical form, that is how it does it, not like a Gantt chart that does it in a way of a calendar. Then I'll now move to documentation. I'll just take us through documentation just a little bit within a minute. What is documentation? We are saying that documentation is essential for the success of any information system. Whenever you're doing a project, I've just brought it as a by the way, but I know it will help some of us, because most of the organizations fail with projects just because they do not document. Even if it is in studies, even if you're studying and you're not summarizing, they used to tell us when you're in primary that when you're not summarizing, there is no how you can get things. So the same way with project, when you're doing a project and you're not documenting your things, whether on a paper, whether using a software, whether using what, you cannot come up with a successful project. It provides anyone who interacts with a particular system an overview of the system capabilities and its software. Yes, you have the code documented down. I did this. Someone will be able to understand what it means. Yes, types of documentation. We have program documentation. This is for programmers and developers. Here they document everything step by step, whatever that they have done during the course of developing. Then system and technical documentation. This involves developing and documenting all the processes of the system development, such as data dictionaries, ERDs. I'll also talk about them in the next video. Then user documentation assists the user. We are saying that it assists the user to use the system. The users have not interacted with the system, so when you have documented, it helps them to interact with the system. Then paper-based documentation, this is the local one, everyone knows about it, just writing on the paper. Then electronic documentation, this is referred to as online documentation using certain softwares. Then documentation levels for users. Users are categorized in different ways. First of all, we shall look at how their level of knowledge of the operation of the system. And then another category, it will be the level of involvement with the system. How have you involved with the system? First of all, the level of knowledge of the operation of the system. We have beginners. These are novice users. For them, they just need everything, every detail, because they have not known anything about the system. Then we have the intermediate users. Someone has interacted maybe with any other system, then they are now introduced a new system. For them, they can only be given detailed user manuals, which assume some prior knowledge because they have something. Then the expert users, these ones don't need manuals with explanation because they have interacted with different systems. Then involvement with the system, we have expert users. For them, these are the users that support specialists, usually software or hardware technicians whose role is to maintain the system. These people are now, they are the ones that assist these people that are using the systems. They are the ones to assist them. As I said, that after you have completed the project and you have implemented the system, you have to leave some people, some developers to maintain and support. So those are the experts. Then specialists, these are the people that are using the information system to do their work. Then the adjunct users, these are people for whom information technology assists them with their work, but is not essential. Yes, they use it, but they do not look at it as an essential thing. Then the incidentals, occasional users of the information system, and these are people like, I've talked about something like point of sale systems. You reach in a supermarket, you find a system. For you, what you have to do is to put to bring your things that you have just picked, then it gives you the price, and you go away. Yes, we shall meet in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed evening wherever you are. Thank you.